Howdy folks, to another video. This is the last of the movie haul videos for April. This is my Blu-rays, already done 4Ks, already done DVDs, and this is the stack of Blu-rays that I purchased in the month of April in 2025. Some good stuff here and some stuff that I'd never even heard of before I purchased it. I've got a glass of water here, so if I start to choke like I did in the Blu-ray episode, we'll be able to recover from that with a little bit more, a little bit less gagging sounds. But my name's JR. Welcome to the Digital Retribution YouTube channel. Okie dokie. So, as I've said on the last two videos, it was a fairly good month for new releases. There's some releases that I didn't even know existed, and then just some weird shit that I thought that I'd give a go. And I had a trip to Sydney, so I had an opportunity to actually go into a JB Hifi, which I don't get to do because we live as far away from JB Hifi as is possible. So I've got about 10 movies here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 movies here. Half of which I purchased from an eBay store called Metal Movies. I've been extraordinarily happy with this person's service so far. Considering we live in the country, I am not used to, and we did live in Sydney, I'm not used to the fact that it takes so long to get parcels. It used to be that I'd order something from Melbourne and I'd have it within 2 days. I ordered something from Melbourne 3 weeks ago and I'm still waiting for it by regular good old snail mail. This guy is somewhere in country New South Wales as well. And even though it has to go to Sydney and back, I received a parcel from him today, which is a Wednesday, of things that I ordered last Friday. So like the delivery time from this guy is really, really quick. So I really appreciate that. So these are the Blu-rays that I got from him. As usual, I'm such a whore for Arrow Video. There's a pile of Arrow Video stuff here. So the first one is the second sequel to the greatest film ever made, and that is Beyond Reanimator. This is probably the maybe fourth copy of this I've got, because I've got it in various box sets and stuff like that. But I really dig this cover, and I think some of the extras might be a little bit different. So I thought I'd give it another shot, yet another version. It's funny, I use the My Movies app, and every time I put anything with Reanimator in the title, it always says to me, "You've already got this." And it's like, yeah, I fucking know My Movies, shut the fuck up. So anyway, yeah, Beyond Reanimator, continuing the adventures of Herbert West. This time he's in a jail somewhere in South America. Yeah, more zombie craziness, weird shit. I think this one was made on the cheap in, I don't know what country, maybe Spain or something like that. So there's only a couple of American actors in it, and the rest are locals. But it's a Reanimator film. It's got Herbert West, and it's about bringing things back from the dead. What else do I need? This is on the yum pile, 100%. The next one is, so if I see a slasher from the 80s that I don't know, I will just grab it. So this is Death Screams. Look at that cover. How could you not go for that cover? Apparently it was released as The House of Death. This is, like I said, another Arrow one. Yeah, serial killer bullshit. Death doesn't scream. You know, it's the usual sort of crap. Couldn't resist it. But it's got a Playboy Playmate in it. Body count heavy, long overlooked slice of southern fried hack and slash. Sounds fantastic. I am so in. I'm so in. Next one, I hope that you guys can't hear that dog. Our next door neighbour's dog. I was going to start recording this about a half an hour ago, and the next door neighbour's dog started barking. And so I went down a YouTube rabbit hole. When I finished the rabbit hole of watching people doing recordings of famous synthwave songs on ancient synth material, after I emerged from that after half an hour or 40 minutes, the dog had stopped barking, but now he's just started again. What a prick. Anyway, next one. Another Arrow. This is something called Dementor. Now, my understanding is that this is made by the person who did Jugface, which was a film that I thought was a bit of a weird, curious sort of a thing. I didn't mind it. Honestly, I watched it once ages ago. I don't remember it that well. But yeah, it's got Larry Fessenden in it, so I think that's a worthwhile reason to watch this. And I love that cover. Let me tell you something. If you want me to buy something, have like a figure of a woman with deer horns or something like that on the cover, I'm a sucker for it. Many years ago, I did a video game design course, and my course was basically my video game main character was an evil girl who had antlers. I can't remember what it was called. It was called Deception or something like that. But yeah, anyway. Imagine Lara Croft, but if Lara Croft was a devil. Anyway, this looks pretty cool. It's fleeing from a cult that has left her scarred physically and mentally. Katie is keen to get her life together. So it's that usual sort of shit. Fleeing from a cult. Everything goes to shit. Demon girl on the cover. Fantastic. I'm in. So the next one is, if I remember correctly, it's a British film. I'm pretty sure it's got, Timothy Spall and Gemma Redgrave in it, and this is Dream Demon. I should probably do research as to what year these things are. It only goes for 90 minutes, which is, for me, that's the time that a movie should go for. None of that 3-hour bullshit. Give me 90 minutes of fun and gore. If you've got to tell me more story than what 90 minutes can tell me, I'm generally not interested. So it's a Nightmare on Elm Street copy sort of thing. When I purchased it, I thought I was getting the one with Richard Lynch in it, and I think Jennifer Rubin's in it as well. But I am pretty sure that I have seen this before years ago, so I am happy to have it again. I'm also clappy. And I'm glad that it's a director's cut version of it as well. So yeah, pretty pumped for that one. I haven't watched that one yet. So that's all my Arrow videos. Next, we're going to Oh Joy of Joys. This is from 101 Films. Elvira's Haunted Hills. Love Elvira. There's two big reasons why I love Elvira. It is her talent for comedy and her skill with putting people down. Now that I think about it, there's probably 4 big reasons, but that's 2 of them. Anyway, Elvira's Haunted Hills. This is not really a sequel to Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. It's just like another film with her character in it. It's got Richard O'Brien from Rocky Horror Picture Show in it. I did watch this a little bit. I forgot how dumb it is. Like, Mistress of the Dark is hilarious. This is really, really dumb. This could be called Carry On Elvira quite comfortably. And I would be down for a Carry On film that had Elvira in it. Anyway, so that was another one. We're still going through ones from that metal movies on eBay guy. And I thought this, for some reason I thought this was an Arrow one. I think I was just sort of fooled by I think I just got enamored by all of the Arrows that I bought at the same time. This does, of course, have the aptly titled Transylvania or Bust documentary on it. So, Elvira, God love her. I've got an action figure of her, but it's not on display at the moment because I can't find it. I've been meaning to grab it and take it out of the box, but I don't know what I've done with it. I'm just sort of looking behind me because it's gone missing somewhere. And this next one is the last one that I got from Metal Movies. This is one that I'd never heard of before, and it appealed to me like I can't tell you. This is a director-approved special edition of something called The Lure. So it's a Polish film. A pair of carnivorous mermaid sisters drawn ashore to explore life on land in an alternate 1980s Poland. Their tantalizing siren songs and otherworldly auras make them overnight sensations as nightclub singers in the half-glam, half-decrepit world of... I'm not going to even try to say the director's last name. I know I am going to try Smachinska. But yeah, so it's a horror musical, which like straight away alarm bells go off. But if there was ever a movie cover that lured me into buying it, it's this. I love this cover. I think that this is a beautiful cover. I don't know if that's a movie poster or not. If I could get a poster of that, I would stick it right there. I've got 2 big blank spaces there that I don't know what to put there. So if I could get a lure poster, it would go there. Unless, of course, it ends up being shit. The film's about 10 years old, 2015. Yeah, I bought it on a whim, and we'll see how it goes. So hopefully it'll be good. I mean, it's Criterion Collection, right? So how bad can it be? Okay, so that's all of the films that I got from Metal Movies. The next ones were ones that were JB Hi-Fi ones, so I got a bunch of different stuff here. So first one is an umbrella release, Grafted. It kind of sounds like a cheap seats version. I'm having so much trouble. That dog is distracting me so much. I hope you can't hear it. It kind of sounds like a cheap seats version of Get Out. Chinese scholarship student Wei travels to New Zealand to study medical research at a prestigious university. And then, God, I wish that they'd put better writing on the back of these. Yeah, so essentially it's somebody becoming somebody else. Kind of feels a little bit like Get Out. It kind of feels like a cheap version of Get Out. As you can see, it's still in plastic, so I've not yet watched it. I'd never heard of it before, which is probably a reflection of its quality, but it was a official selection of Monster Fest, the Brooklyn Horror Film Festival. So, you know, people are liking it. It just maybe it just didn't go anywhere. I must admit that I did kind of think that this was Samara Weaving when I first grabbed it, but no such luck. So the next 2 are from Imprint, who Imprint just seem to be knocking it out of the park for me. Just banger after banger after banger. And from all across genres, you know, like I've bought heaps of cool horror stuff from them. I bought all sorts of stuff from them. And every time I buy something new from them, I'm like, why hasn't this been released in a format like this before? This is such a good release. And the first one is like, now, in addition to my digital Retribution, horror and cult stuff, I'm a massive fan of comedy films. I will bring up Carry On films constantly because like I was brought up on those. Probably a reflection of my parents more than me. But you know, all of those Confessions movies and stuff. I love all of that stuff. I've got a full box set of every single fucking Carry On film, I think, except for Carry On Columbus. I don't think Carry On Columbus made it. But yeah, so I particularly love 80s sort of the teen movies from the 80s. I was a teen in the 80s, so they appealed to me. Anthony Michael Hall was my god, and I just wanted to be Molly Ringwald's boyfriend. Completely different story. But John Hughes was someone that, even though he sort of seems to be a little bit out of favour in the reflection in the rearview mirror of some of the what were they called, the Brat Pack, all of those people. It kind of feels like, you know, like they made their careers and then he's not around to defend himself anymore. But I guess that's what happens. I'm not going to get into that. But career opportunities. Holy shit. I don't know why this isn't one of his biggest films. Everybody knows the meme of Jennifer Connelly sitting on the, the kid's horse, that like the hobby horse you put 20 cents in and it rocks backwards and forwards. Everybody knows that meme, right? This is the film that's from. This here is Frank Whaley. If you recognize that face, he's probably best known as check out the big brain on Brad from Pulp Fiction. He's the guy who answers Jules' questions about the breakfast burgers and stuff like that. Career Opportunities is great. I love it. It's about a guy who's forced by his parents to get a job as a night watchman at a Target store. It's literally a 90-minute ad for Target. And he's fucking around on the job, and she's a girl who's run away from her rich family, and they spark up a relationship in the store, and then the store gets robbed the night that they're there together. Great movie, good job from Imprint. It's got like this one was written by Hughes but not directed by him. It's got a director's commentary on it. And it's got interviews with Kieran Mulroney and Dermot Mulroney, who played the thieves that robbed the Target in it. Cracker of a film. I love it. Jennifer Connelly, still a massive crush of mine after all these years. I think that her and I are of similar age, and I think that I've been a crush on her since whatever was the first thing that I saw her in, Labyrinth, and I was allowed to have a crush on her because I was the same age as her. But yeah, love Jennifer Connelly, and even down to when she was in what did we call it here? Was it Creepers? Is that what it was called here? The Argento film. But Phenomena, the movie Phenomena, she was in that as well, and I'm pretty sure it was released here as Creepers. But yeah, always been in love with Jennifer Connelly. Don't have a problem with seeing her in anything. Love her particularly in this. Next one, on the complete other end of the scale, Man Bites Dog. Yeah, interesting. I've not yet seen it. I have been intending on seeing it for ages. It's, if I remember correctly, it is about a film crew who are following a killer around. Film crew follows a ruthless thief and heartless killer as he goes about his daily routine, but complications set in when the film crew loses their objectivity and begins lending a hand. So I guess it's kind of like Cannibal Holocaust in so much that, like the documentarians who go missing in Cannibal Holocaust are actually like just as much a part of the problem as what they aren't as much of the problem, they are the problem. So I guess like documentarians, when they get close to it, I mean, even the Office the Office TV series towards the end of it, this is the US Office series, lent into that as one of the characters started to become friendly with the sound guy, and he eventually got sacked for interfering in the the proceeds of the show. So yeah, but I think this is it's not in English, I don't think. For some reason I seem to think it's like Eastern European or something like that. But yeah, something that I've been dying to see. Imprint have done this amazing one in a nice slipcase. Look at that slipcase. Remember I was talking about slipcases last time that were bullshit? This is the opposite of that. That's a sexy slipcase. Anyway, Man Bites Dog. I will have to say that I'm disappointed that they went for this cover. So this was there was two covers to this. There was an original band cover, and the set of false teeth was actually a dummy. The angle of the gun and the dummy probably not great, but I wish that maybe Imprint had done an alternate cover on the inside with, I don't know, just for shits and gigs. So the last three ones I've got are just sort of like big releases that don't come from the sort of companies like Imprint and Arrow, and they're just sort of stock standard ones. Again, these were all purchased from JB Hifi. The first one is a Shudder original one, which is Black Cab. I have no idea what this is about. Sorry, I do have an idea of what this is about, and that is that somebody gets picked up by a cab and taken to the middle of nowhere, blah, blah, blah. But it's got Nick Frost in it, and I'm a big fan of Nick Frost. I love him in the Cornetto trilogy. There's been a few other bits and pieces I've seen him in, but I don't have Shudder at the moment. I probably should get it back. But yeah, this intrigued me. So I grabbed it. It's I like that cover too. I like the weird sort of ghost, like it sort of reads as it's going to be, somebody being taken out to their doom by a serial killer, but then there's like this ghostly girl in it. It's like, okay, then maybe there's more of that, more to it than that. So yeah, Black Cab. The next one is Speak No Evil. So if I remember correctly, this is based on a film from another country, and I can't remember what country it was. But this is about a family meet another family while they're on holidays. There's something weird about their family, and they slowly come to realize that the family, the family who were already there, are actually killers who killed the children of the previous family's parents and are taking over and seem to be intending on doing the same thing again. James McAvoy is amazing. I dig James McAvoy. I think that he is... he doesn't get enough credit for how good he is, and perhaps that's because he decided to play Professor X in the X-Men films, and that seems to be like a career killer a little bit. But I mean, when you end up in a big franchise film, you know, like Sean Connery and Roger Moore and people like that, George Lazenby, they tend to not really be able to recover after playing big actors, big characters, I should say. And I think McAvoy sort of coming out in this Blumhouse thing might be a good idea. I'm looking forward to watching this. Yeah, bit of a boring cover. It's a 90s heads cover, right? But yeah, Speak No Evil, James McAvoy. And this is the last one. Now, I have to admit to something here. I bought this because JB Hifi were having one of those buy two get one free sales. I had a free one. I didn't know what to get. So Strange Darling ended up as one of those. Certified fresh by Rotten Tomatoes. Wow. If Rotten Tomatoes says something's good, it must be good. Yeah, it's yeah. I like I said, I just grabbed it. It's a one night stand goes horribly wrong. You know, blah blah blah, all of that usual sort of stuff. I kind of like the cover. It doesn't really indicate if it's the girl or the guy that's the problem. I do love the fact that she's got like this this red hair that's actually blood dripping. I think it's a pretty cool cover. Love Hurts. So it's interesting that it's about a one night stand, but they've said Love Hurts on it. These sorts of stories are always a little bit of fun, so it'll probably be one of those ones that I'll watch it and just go meh. But you know, it's got Kyle Gallner in it, and it's got Ed Begley Jr. and Barbara Hershey in it, just randomly. So yeah, but you know, you buy two, you get one free. The one free is not always something that you actually want, but like if you're committing to the two, you may as well go for the third. If you've been manipulated into going in to buy the film that you wanted, and then being suckered into a second one just so you can get a third one free. I'm that guy. I will be manipulated by that every single time. I'm the guy who also is I'll buy something for $99, and if I spend more money, I'll get free delivery over $100. So I'll end up spending $200 just to get the free delivery. It's because I'm dumb. And easily manipulated by salespeople and new things. Anyway, so that's my pile. What did you think? Have you seen any of those? Are you interested in any of those? It would be amazing if you would leave a like, a comment, or if the first time you're visiting the Digital Retribution YouTube channel, it'd be fantastic if you followed us. We are up to the massive amount of 29 followers at the moment, which is pretty cool. And when you consider I started this channel and I had like about a month ago and I had no one, I'm pretty happy with that amount. Thank you for watching. Also remember to go to the website digitalretribution.com. That's where all of my text reviews are. There is the Digital Retribution podcast, and there is also Digital Retribution Oz, so Digital Retribution OZ on Instagram, where I post day to day the crap that I'm watching or whatever other stupid horror shit that I've wasted my money on this week, or movie shit, or whatever. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you probably in a week's time with my book haul, which is, as you can see, I'm a bit of a fan of books, so I've got some new books that I have purchased, and we will go from there. Adios, amigos.